Stonehenge. Why did ancient people build a monument of giant stones? On a windswept plain in southern England stands one of the oldest and most mysterious monuments ever built by human hands. A circle of towering stones, some weighing more than 20 tons, standing silently beneath the open sky for nearly 5,000 years. Long before written history reached these lands. Long before iron tools. Long before the wheel transformed transportation across Europe. Generation after generation has stood before Stonehenge and asked the same question. How did ancient people build it? But perhaps an even greater mystery remains. Why? Why would prehistoric communities invest centuries of effort moving enormous stones across rivers, forests, and open countryside, only to arrange them in a perfect circle on a lonely plain? Stonehenge is more than an archaeological site. It is one of humanity's oldest unanswered questions. Our story begins around 5,000 years ago. The landscape looked very different from the one we see today. Dense forests covered much of Britain. Wild animals roamed freely across the countryside. Small farming communities had begun replacing earlier hunter-gatherer societies. People cultivated crops, raised livestock, built timber houses, and slowly transformed the landscape around them. At first, there was no great circle of stone. The earliest phase of Stonehenge was surprisingly simple. Around 3000 BC, ancient builders created a large circular ditch surrounded by an earth bank. Inside this enclosure, they dug dozens of deep pits, now known as the Aubrey Holes. Archaeologists believe many of these pits may have held wooden posts or served ceremonial purposes. Excavations have also revealed cremated human remains, making Stonehenge one of the largest known prehistoric burial sites in Britain. Even before the great stones arrived, this place already held deep significance. Centuries passed, the monument evolved, new generations returned again and again. Then came the most extraordinary transformation. Enormous stones began appearing on the Salisbury Plain. The first were known as blue stones. Although smaller than the largest stones seen today, many still weighed several tons. What makes them remarkable is not only their size, but where they came from. Modern geological studies have traced many of the blue stones to the Preseli Hills in western Wales, more than 200 kilometers away. Even by today's standards, transporting such massive stones across mountains, rivers, and difficult terrain would require careful planning. How prehistoric communities accomplished this remains one of archaeology's greatest engineering puzzles. Researchers have proposed several possibilities. Wooden sledges pulled across prepared tracks, logs used as rollers, ropes made from plant fibers, river transport using simple boats or rafts. Perhaps several methods were combined. Modern experiments demonstrate that determined groups using surprisingly simple technology can move extremely heavy stones. But these experiments also reveal the enormous effort involved. Hundreds of people working together, careful coordination, months of preparation, an extraordinary investment of time and energy. And the blue stones were only the beginning. Later builders introduced even larger stones, known as Sarsens. These giants came from the Marlborough Downs, roughly 25 kilometers north of Stonehenge. Some weighed more than 25 tons. Each had to be quarried, shaped, transported, and raised upright with astonishing precision. The largest stones form the monument's most recognizable features. Massive vertical pillars connected by horizontal lintels across their tops. What makes this construction especially remarkable is the craftsmanship. The builders carved joints into the stone. Mortise and tenon connections locked vertical pillars to the horizontal lintels. Tongue and groove joints connected neighboring lintels together. These are sophisticated woodworking techniques, applied not to timber, but to solid stone. The result was a remarkably stable structure, capable of surviving thousands of years. This level of engineering demonstrates careful planning and exceptional skill. Stonehenge was not built by accident, nor was it created in a single generation. Radiocarbon dating shows that construction continued over many centuries. Different communities added new features, moved stones, rearranged earlier designs. The monument changed gradually as cultures evolved. Stonehenge was not simply built, it grew. Generation after generation contributed to a shared vision that extended far beyond a single lifetime. That alone tells us something remarkable. The people who built Stonehenge believed the monument was important enough to continue long after they themselves were gone. Few human projects demand such extraordinary commitment. As archaeologists studied the site more closely, they realized Stonehenge did not stand alone. The surrounding landscape contained burial mounds, ancient pathways, timber circles, ceremonial avenues, nearby settlements. The entire region formed an interconnected ceremonial landscape rather than an isolated monument. One discovery transformed researchers, understanding even further. Just a few kilometers away lay Durrington Walls, once one of the largest Neolithic settlements in Britain. Excavations uncovered houses, animal bones, pottery, and evidence of large gatherings. Many archaeologists now believe the people who built Stonehenge may have lived there during important construction periods and seasonal ceremonies. Rather than imagining Stonehenge as a lonely monument visited only occasionally, we begin to see a thriving community. Builders, craftsmen, families, religious leaders, travelers arriving from distant regions. A place where people gathered for purposes that remain only partly understood. The more researchers discovered, the more extraordinary the monument became. Its builders possessed impressive engineering knowledge. They organized massive labor forces. They transported stones over astonishing distances. They planned construction across many generations. Everything suggested that Stonehenge held immense cultural importance. Yet one fundamental question remained unanswered. What was it actually for? Was it a temple? A burial ground? A place where political leaders gathered? A monument honoring ancestors? Or something connected to the movements of the heavens? The answer may lie not in the stones themselves, but in the path of the sun. Because twice every year, something remarkable happens at Stonehenge. Something that ancient builders appear to have planned with extraordinary precision. And that discovery would transform Stonehenge from an engineering mystery into one of the world's greatest astronomical monuments. As the first light of dawn breaks across the Salisbury Plain on the summer solstice, thousands of people gather around Stonehenge. For a few quiet moments, everyone waits. Then the sun begins to rise. Its golden light shines directly through the ancient monument, perfectly aligned with the entrance and the great heel stone beyond. The same event has taken place year after year, century after century, for nearly 5,000 years. It is one of the strongest clues we have about why Stonehenge was built. The monument was not placed randomly. Its builders carefully aligned it with the movements of the heavens. During the summer solstice, the longest day of the year, the rising sun appears in remarkable alignment with the stone circle. 6 months later, during the winter solstice, the setting sun aligns with the monument in the opposite direction. For prehistoric farming communities, these moments were more than beautiful sights. They marked the changing seasons, the return of longer days, the arrival of winter, the rhythm of planting and harvesting, the passage of time itself. Many archaeologists believe these celestial alignments played an important role in the ceremonies held at Stonehenge. But astronomy alone cannot explain everything. The monument is also deeply connected to death. Excavations have uncovered the cremated remains of dozens of individuals buried within the site. Radiocarbon dating suggests that some of these burials belong to Stonehenge's earliest phase. For generations, families returned to this sacred place to honor the dead. This discovery changed the way researchers viewed the monument. Stonehenge may have served as both an astronomical observatory and a ceremonial cemetery, a place where people gathered to remember ancestors while observing the cycles of the heavens. Life, death, the changing seasons, everything connected. Recent scientific research has revealed even more remarkable details. Advances in DNA analysis and isotope studies allow researchers to learn where ancient people spent their early lives. Some individuals buried near Stonehenge appear to have traveled considerable distances before arriving. Others may have come from Western Britain, close to the Preseli Hills, where many of the bluestones originated. This suggests that Stonehenge was not simply a local gathering place. It attracted people from across prehistoric Britain. Perhaps they came for ceremonies. Perhaps they came for trade. Perhaps they came because Stonehenge represented something sacred, shared by many different communities. The stones themselves continue telling remarkable stories. For decades, geologists debated exactly where the blue stones originated. Today, careful analysis has traced many of them to specific outcrops in the Preseli Hills of Wales. This discovery demonstrates an extraordinary achievement. Ancient people intentionally transported these stones across more than 200 kilometers of difficult terrain. Why? That remains one of Stonehenge's greatest mysteries. Perhaps the stones themselves were considered sacred. Perhaps their distant origin carried symbolic meaning. Or perhaps they connected different communities through shared traditions. No one knows for certain. Modern technology has transformed our understanding of the landscape surrounding Stonehenge. Ground-penetrating radar, magnetometry, electrical resistivity surveys, and high-resolution aerial imaging have revealed dozens of previously unknown archaeological features hidden beneath the fields. Ancient pits, buried ditches, timber structures, ceremonial pathways. The famous stone circle was only one part of a much larger ritual landscape. Stonehenge was not an isolated monument. It stood at the center of an entire ceremonial world. Every new discovery makes the ancient landscape appear more sophisticated than anyone once imagined. And still, questions remain. How were the largest stones raised into position? Researchers have proposed several methods: earthen ramps, wooden frames, rope systems, counterweights. Experimental archaeology has demonstrated that prehistoric tools and teamwork could accomplish astonishing feats. No cranes were required. Only careful planning, patience, and the combined effort of many people working together. Perhaps the most remarkable lesson is not that Stonehenge was possible. It is that prehistoric societies possessed organizational skills far beyond what many once believed. The monument reminds us that intelligence is not measured by modern technology. The builders of Stonehenge understood geometry, engineering, astronomy, landscape, community. Their achievements continue to challenge our assumptions about the ancient past. Yet despite centuries of research, no single explanation fully solves the mystery. Was Stonehenge primarily an astronomical observatory, a sacred temple, a place for healing, a political gathering site, a cemetery? The answer may be all of these. Ancient monuments often served many purposes at once: religion, science, community, memory, ceremony. In the modern world, we tend to separate these ideas. The people who built Stonehenge may never have seen them as separate at all. Standing before the monument today, it is impossible not to wonder about the lives of those who created it, the workers who shaped the stones, the families who gathered during the solstices, the priests who watched the sunrise, the children who grew up knowing these great pillars had always stood on the horizon. To them, Stonehenge was not an ancient mystery. It was simply part of their world. Time transformed certainty into mystery. The builders left no written explanation, only stone and silence. Perhaps that silence is why Stonehenge continues to captivate us. It allows every generation to ask its own questions, to test new ideas, to challenge old assumptions, to search for answers hidden beneath the soil. Even today, archaeological investigations continue across the surrounding landscape. Every excavation uncovers new clues. Every scientific breakthrough adds another piece to the puzzle. And every answer seems to create new mysteries. That is the true legacy of Stonehenge. Not simply a circle of stones, but a reminder that humanity has always looked toward the sky, always searched for meaning, always gathered together to mark the passing of time. Stonehenge has stood through 5,000 years of human history. It has watched forests become fields, kingdoms become nations, ancient rituals become distant memories. Yet every summer, as the first rays of the solstice sun pass through its ancient stones, the monument fulfills the purpose its builders carefully designed so long ago. Whatever they believed, whatever they hoped, whatever message they wished to leave behind, one thing is certain: they built something that outlived them all. And perhaps that was the point. Because the greatest monuments are not the ones that give us every answer, They are the ones that continue asking questions long after their creators are gone. Stonehenge still stands, silent, enduring, watching the sunrise exactly as it has for nearly 5,000 years. And perhaps its greatest mystery is not hidden beneath the earth, but within the imagination of everyone who stands before it and wonders, why?